A surprise update for Madden 25 just dropped today. Now it seems like EA's been updating both college and Madden a lot more frequently than they did in the past couple of years. We've been getting multiple updates for both games each month. We've been getting big title updates, but we've also been getting multiple smaller updates where they've been quickly going in and addressing some of the bigger issues with the game. And although there's still some other things that need to be fixed, I will say I feel like this is the quickest they have been attacking a lot of these gameplay issues, whereas before sometimes we'd have to wait an entire month for certain things to get fixed, but they've been on top of it a little bit quicker this year. Now we're going to go over everything that was fixed in this update and go over some other stuff that's going to be happening soon. But if you are new to the channel and you don't ever want to miss out on any of these important videos, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on, because we're going to be getting multiple updates for not only this game but for College Football 25 every month. You know, more than half of you that watch the videos aren't actually subbed, so you could be missing out on some important videos and you don't even know it. Now, unlike the College Football 25 update yesterday, they actually put out notes for this update, which is nice. Now, this isn't a massive title update or anything like that. This is not one of those updates where they have a big Gridiron Notes blog on their website. This is a smaller one where they post on their actual EA help forums, but this is actually probably the most important update Madden has had so far since it's been out, because it's addressing a lot of the biggest issues with the game. So the first big thing that they did address today is they finally fixed the wide receiver speed boost route stem glitch. Now, in the last update that we got a couple weeks ago, they said that they had addressed this and made it a little more difficult to do, but in actuality, they kind of made it easier to do. But they did quickly turn it around and finally get it completely out of the game, which I'm pretty happy about, because I thought we were going to have to wait until the next big title update, which will probably be 2 or 3 weeks from now, but they were able to get this one in quick, which is really nice to see. Now, you can still do this, I believe, in college football, but that fix should be coming there within a matter of days or a week as well, since they finally got it addressed in Madden. So if you can see here, if we try to do the route stem glitch, you can no longer do it. If you try to stem the route and then smart route it, it actually smart routes the route and has it run to the first down marker. Now, it doesn't invert the route and have it glitching, so that is good. That was one of the biggest issues with the game, especially in a game that was already very offensive heavy, so it's good that they finally got that fixed. They also did tuning to decrease the effectiveness of specific QB rollout speed boost exploits. Now, this is something I don't think was that widespread. Not a lot of people knew about it, but the people that did know about it, man, this was a pain to stop. So basically, if you picked a play that had a built-in QB rollout, you would actually roll out the opposite way and you would get a speed boost that would be very, very hard to contain. So now, yes, you can still roll out that opposite way, but you don't get the speed boost. It doesn't kind of have you gliding and glitching, because the problem with this was it was designed to make you roll out the other way, but by forcing your QB to go the opposite way, it kind of just bugged out the game a little bit. But again, they got that fixed pretty quick. This wasn't really known about for too long, so it's good that they addressed that. Here's another big one. They addressed an issue preventing the curl flat zone depth coaching adjustment from working properly when set to less than 15 yards. Now, this one in particular, I found out about this when I had the game a little bit early, when I was recording early content, and I reported it. Me and somebody else that were playing, we noticed that when we set our curl flats to go to 0 or 5 yards, they would still just drop back to normal depth, which is a big deal, because a lot of times you want to set your zone drops and you want to set them to drop very aggressively into the flat, because a zone drop flat will typically play the flats better than just a regular hard flat will. It'll be more aggressive and it'll shoot there much quicker. But this was not working with curl flat zones. After testing in the update, this does appear to actually work. So now flat routes should be so much easier to stop, because this adjustment finally works. Now, furthermore, with the curl flats, they also fixed an issue causing curl flat defenders to continue to drift away from an eligible receiving threat in close proximity. So this was another issue with flat routes against like a cover 3, for example. If you're running a stock cover 3, a lot of times that curl flat is supposed to be in the flat if there's not an immediate threat that is making him go deep. But this was not the case, and you were able to just throw flat routes very easily against a curl flat that should have at least been limiting some of these passes to 3 or 4 yards, whereas you'd be able to get, 5, 6, 7 yards versus them, because they would just kind of not recognize that threat. So they've done some good work with curl flats altogether in this update. Now we're going to continue on some more important updates, but really quickly, I do want to mention that we are still sponsored by Underdog. They've been a huge supporter of the channel, and if you like sports and you like winning money, then you've got to be on Underdog playing their pick'em game. Basically, all you do is pick higher or lower on player stats, and if they hit, you can win some big money. But the best part about Underdog is they give you a free play at sign up, and they give you free money to play with. So for example, for this last week's games, they're going to give you Josh Allen on Thursday to get a single yard. That means all you have to do is get 1 yard and that's it. You win. But this week is even better because they're going to give you an additional special starting tomorrow. They're going to also give you CeeDee Lamb to get a single yard. So this week, you actually get 2 specials when you sign up. Now, if you want to sign up during the weekend, for example, instead of Josh Allen, they'll give you Caleb Williams on Sunday to get a single yard. For the Monday night game, they'll give you Jalen Hurts. Pretty much no matter when you sign up, even if it's weeks from now, whatever game is next up, they will give you a player from that game to get a single yard. It's basically just a free pick to help you win some money. And if you use my code RAY, R-A-Y, they'll also give you up to $1,000 in bonus cash at sign up, and you just cannot beat that anywhere. Now here's a very important update. They addressed an issue causing outside deep third defenders to get out of position when covering corner routes or giving up too much cushion versus corner routes. Now I've been testing this and I'm going to be honest, if this was improved, it was very marginally, if at all. It feels like the deep third zones still aren't playing that good in my opinion. Now they did make the curl flats better like we just previously talked about. They definitely fixed that, but the deep thirds I think still need work, and I'm guessing they're going to continue working on this further because they're still just not where they need to be. You can still throw corner routes pretty easily at deep thirds without having a deeper route to pull them back. Now, if you have the correct route combination, for example, where you have a streak and a corner, that would make more sense because the deep third would have to respect the streak. You would be making him have to choose. And of course, he would choose the deeper route because that's what he's supposed to do. But right now, if you send just a corner route at a deep third, I feel like a good amount of the time you can still complete this. It might be a little bit tighter than it was before. I definitely think it is a little tighter than before, but it's still not good enough because they should be much more aggressive on that corner because it's the only route going into their area. Now, here's another big update that I saw a lot of complaints about. They addressed an issue in the squads game mode, which was causing the QB control to switch to a teammate at the snap. So after the last update that we just got about a week or two ago, of course, you know, when we get updates, there's always unintended bugs that happen. This is just something that happens with every game. And one of the unintended bugs with this update was it messed up the squad's QB control, but that has been fixed. So again, the one thing I will say this year, look, I don't like having bugs. I don't like having things not work properly. None of us do. But the one thing I could say is it feels like with both games, they've been addressing them a lot quicker this year than in years past. It seems like even if they have an unintended bug hit the game, within a week they get it out. Whereas before, I feel like a lot of times we were waiting multiple weeks, sometimes a month for certain things to get fixed. Now for my Ultimate Team guys, there were also some updates that they posted about today as well. And I know a lot of people here don't play Ultimate Team, but some people do. And basically there's been some issues with Ultimate Team, just like every year, where people are not getting certain rewards or certain things that they were supposed to get at certain times. And it says here that they'll be rolling out the make goods for the Season of Boom, Campus Heroes, and the AKA this morning. And it says next they're going to target later today to deliver the rest of the Ultimate Alumni and Rookie Premier content. It's actually crazy that some people still don't have their Ultimate Alumni and Rookie Premier content when this game has almost been out a month. That's actually nuts. I think most people do have it by now, but there's obviously still some people that don't have it, which is crazy. So they did say the make goods are coming out for the other content, and if you're still waiting on that Ultimate Alumni and Rookie Premier, you should hopefully now have that later tonight. Here's some more info I'm posting up on the screen now in terms of more details about this if you want to pause the video and read it. But for you MUT guys, they should be handling a lot of those issues either today or tonight. Now, what else are we waiting for in the Madden updates? Well, I do know that they're working on a few things. We know that they're doing further work on the defensive side of the ball for sure. I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking into some of these defenses that still haven't fully been patched. They've tried to kind of fix the issue with the double mug defenses where guys are shooting through untouched a lot of times. And there's even some other ways to do this out of other defenses. So they're definitely working on trying to find some workarounds for that. Although with the defense being so lackluster in this year's game, I don't know. I think when defense is bad, the defense needs something. And right now that is like the only thing that even is viable, is trying to get some of those, you know, for lack of a better term, glitchy blitzes in, because otherwise the coverage just simply isn't good enough right now. So if they can't make the coverage significantly better, you know, the defense needs something. Otherwise you're just never going to get stops in the game. So I know they're definitely working on some of that stuff. They're also working on some more playbook content from what I've heard. We saw that they added some playbook stuff with the last update in the Eagles playbook. Should be getting some more of that coming soon as well. And they're obviously still looking into some issues with Dynasty. I think there's still some draft class bugs. I know that they did fix it to an extent to where you can import the draft classes, but I think it doesn't work on every single draft class, or it doesn't work every single time time you try to do it, from what I've heard from what other people have said. So like they did fix it a little bit, but you kind of have to tinker with it and mess with it because sometimes it doesn't work every time. So obviously they're still looking into stuff like that. They're going to be addressing that. And for the people that keep asking, I'm getting a lot of comments about the custom playbooks and online head-to-head. They did say before the game came out in their gameplay deep dive, they said that you were not going to be able to use custom playbooks at the start of the game because they redid something with the playbook system specifically for custom playbooks so that you could add more plays and things like that into them. So they're still finishing something up with that. They're also going to be adding the ability to actually save your custom audibles, which we've literally been waiting like 6 to 7 years for. So that update is coming soon. You will be able to use your custom playbooks in online head-to-head very soon. They said it was going to be one of the first few updates of the game where they were going to finally get that pushed through. I don't know the details or the specifics of why they're still working on it. I just know that they did make changes to playbooks and custom playbooks as a whole so that people can make bigger custom playbooks and stuff like that. And they're also trying to add in the custom audible fix to that as well. So once that is ready, you will be able to use your custom playbooks online. And not only that, you will be able to save those audibles, which will make it even better. So that is coming sooner rather than later. Now, if you missed the College Football 25 update yesterday, which actually changed some pretty big things, make sure to check out this important video right here on the screen.